You're way over there now. And this is our living room. Live from our living room. Not necessarily live for you. but I just got a new lot yesterday on Marketplace. And I wanted to do the sorting up here. I washed them. They needed to be washed. I mean, they're relatively clean, but it was a pretty big lot. But I wanted to do the washing, and since my desk right now downstairs is full of monorail parts that I'm getting ready for the show, this is just gonna have to wait, but I wanted to wash it and talk about it. I bought it for specific reasons, but I am literally more than impressed with what came in the lot. And if I have time, I'm going to refurbish some of the sets and bring them to Bricks and a Sticks, possibly for the garage sale. Possibly. Nothing classic space, although there is classic space in the lot. But this is straight up perfect for me. And you might see why. I can hold that there. That's not right. It's dark in here because the camera makes everything brighter. It is 90% of this lot is prior to 1977. And it is awesome. It is genuinely awesome. The parts, very few parts are really bad, and I'll get into those into a sec. Many parts are good. Most parts are near mint. When I talk about that, I will find something hopefully really quick. So 1x6, but that's the 1x6. But look at very good condition 1x6. I'm gonna shop a 1x8, and of course there's newer parts, but 1x6s. So let's go gray tires. The gray tires overall are fair. They're really yellowed. There's not too many good ones. There is a really bad one. But I'm sure there's people who told people how to refurbish this stuff, but I have enough good gray tires that I don't worry about it too much. And so when I see lots that have gray tires in it, I'm immediately intrigued, like literally immediately intrigued, because gray tires means that era. So lots of these windows, which we just talked about, and seriously, lots of these windows, the 1x1x2s, a few of these windows, 1x2x1s. So that made me happy a lot. So we have, going back to the tires, we have the first generation of tires. We have the second generation of tires. Look at the square top. And then we have, I had one out here already. Sure, didn't cut rid of it. And then we have the third generation of tires. Now that one's not on there properly, but all three eras of tires are in here. This black era did not last long with the square edges on the tire itself. Did not last long. Went basically from gray to these guys within a couple of years. Got this, yay, and good condition. Literally most of the pieces, 95% of the pieces are in good, really good, not beat up condition. No teeth marks, no dents, no scratches, no breakages. There's some, but I said 95%. And there's only 3 in here. What really intrigued me is what I saw, and I'll get into that in a couple seconds, is it had these guys and these guys and these guys. I'm not sure how many in white, but and this, these things, lots of these. I was thinking a 6980, but no, there's 0 blue for a 6980. There's 0 trans dark blue. There's like no minifigs from that era. So it did come with lots of these and the minifigs, or the no arms, no legs minifigs. So I have lots of, I will get into that in a sec. Let's talk this for now. It came with one of these. And again, I throw these out back in the day because I thought they were a clone or something else because it didn't have the Technic hub in the middle. And then I found out that these things was supposed to be here. Well, what also intrigued me is that this thing, the rubber must have shrunk because I cannot, there's no way I'm forcing this thing to be in here. It doesn't want to fit at all. So that's fun. The broken parts, while we're talking about it, sad 4x plate, sad 2x plate. But the sad part about this one is it was a waffle plate. This is ubiquitous for me, broken axle. But the truly sad, the sad one here, and I know I have the post. Now if I find that post again, I'm just gonna maybe glue it. I don't know. And again, these pieces were in a lot, lots of them, not lots, but enough. Big wheels, obviously. Big wheels keep on turning. 6x8 waffle plate. Little chip on it. I don't know. The really intriguing part about the waffle plates, a gray waffle plate, which is pretty much more rare than the white waffle plate, the gray waffle plate. I have a few, but I always like to see that. I have one 6L Milky White axle and two 4L Milky White axles, and a literal bevy, of the original bushings. Fantastic. What I really liked in here was not only were there light gray tiles with no groove, they also have white tiles with no groove, and red tiles with no groove, which is, again, that era. I can't complain about that. And with that, because of that era, I expected to find, well, this piece. Again, that probably goes with this tire piece for that race car. I'm thinking, well, that's all there was, this one piece and then one tire. And the Milky White axles. Excuse me, two of these. So, there was one of this in here. So there is classic space, which we'll get into. But there was two of these, and I've talked about these before. These are awesome. And a lot of people don't get that, how awesome these things are from my era, from my childhood. This one is broken, it's missing the self-centering piece. And this one is not, it has that self-centering piece right there. And I have the wheel sets to go with it. I mentioned these before. I got a couple whites and a couple blacks in here. So that's fantastic. So blah, blah, blah. Newer sets, I didn't even bother taking that apart. I'm going to try to complete that. I'm sure it's some sort of castle thing. I'm sure I'll figure it out really, really quickly. The garage thing, there had the tow truck here, part of it, and I think the rest of the pieces come here because I have, let's get into that. The sticker. So I refurbished one of these sets a couple years back, and it was pretty awesome. This is all the printed parts and or minifigs. Most of the minifigs in here, there's a few, classic space. But it has that, and tons of those. Can't complain about that. Lots of these, which originally, because of the other parts, I thought there was a Starfleet Voyager in here, but no, there is no Starfleet Voyager in this set. So lots of those, lots of that. But what was really overwhelming, and there's probably over a dozen. No, that was Emergency. I can't remember the theme, the Adam 12. Like over a dozen 2x3 bricks with police printed on the side, and that one. So I know that set, the police station, because I mentioned this. I got 8 of these in this lot. So it looks like they might have 2 sets of the police station. Lots of these. Love my headlight bricks. White headlight bricks. The telephone, which I believe came in the police station. It's been a while since they built it. What makes me really happy is this guy. And this is the Milky White version, not the solid white version. I think I actually had 2 of those. There's one of them over here somewhere. The other thing, 2 weights. And I said, ooh, because, and they put their stickers in the wrong spot, the entire, literally the entire boat. And none of them are broken. None of them are broken. Now the stickers weren't supposed to go there, I don't believe. I can't remember. I've never built this one, but having a non-broken 5-part for a boat, that makes me happy. What else was there? There was this guy, not my favorite set ever. Let me take this apart, put it back in there. So lots of red, lots of white. The majority of it is white pieces. And overall, fair to Midland, lots of these. Again, back to classic space. Lots of those, lots of these, and lots of those, 3 of those, lots of these guys. And lots of 1x1 modified. Lots of antennas, white antennas. And as I say, the 4x4 dish. And so I'm thinking, there's not a set in my head, classic space and or slightly later, because I don't think anything in here is, besides I think this was the newest thing. I can't remember when that one came out, and this guy's obviously newer. But I can't think of any classic space set that had a lot of white in it besides the Galaxy Commander and the Starfleet Voyager. Right? It's white. So it's very odd. Oh, the other thing I really liked is I got a lot of these doors in this lot. Not only those doors, but the bigger doors. And they're in remarkably good, unfaded, beat up condition, which is awesome. You can see the glossy. Let me see the glossy. Get to that. There we go. So that's great. So this set, so you can see lots of little pieces in here, printed or a lot of minifig white helmets, but in this case they're not classic space. They're for the police station set, the shell station, and police station, a cannon, possibly for that other thing that's over there. Lots of minifig arms and legs that don't move, helmets, guns, white and gray. This piece, which I know only came in a few sets, I'll figure that out really quick. One of my favorite pieces in the history, and I wish they would make new ones, Legoland. Not too many minifigs, so I got 1.5 white ones here. Not too many arms and legs little minifigs. Here's one of the guys probably from the thing. Yay! Nice flag. And I think, yes, we already looked at that. So, but this was also in there. A white one. No, that came in a few sets. It came in one of my favorite small sets that I talked about before, which would also have the gray wing plate in it. And I think there's 2 4x4 wing plates. So maybe this is one of them, but there's no black thruster. And there are some gray, 4x4 by 2 plates. There are some gray of these. So maybe I'm right thinking about it now that that's the set that I have to refurbish. Because it has that one. And maybe they're gray with something else. The other thing is, a lot of people don't get it, but this piece here, pretty rare. I happen to have a few. And then this 6x16. Little lace thrusters, but I think again that's from something else. The ambulance and the helicopter, I got the printed pieces in here. So the ambulance and the helicopter are in the lot. So this is a little base plate. Again, I think it might be from the garage. I think there's 2 of them. I have to remember how to build that garage. So, but 2 6x16, 6x12 here. See, here's something again that I really appreciate about this set, this lot, is that the trans clear is trans clear. It's not yellowed. Hardly, I think there's one piece that's a little more yellowed than the rest, but these are not yellowed at all. A 1x6 with all the original little pieces in the middle that are not broken off. 1x2s looking fantastically clear. Lots of 1x1s, which do get beat up a lot, but these ones are really nice. And the important one, if I can find one easily, I have it in here. There it is. It's rolling around. I have more of them. A 1x1 round trans clear with solid stud on top. And that's the other thing about this lot. So I'm in here. Lots of 1x1 yellow round bricks with solid stud. Nice little Lego logo on it. There's at least 10 of them in here. And again, 2 big doors, 3 big doors, 4 big doors. That's from the trailer, one of those tractor trailer sets that I'm going to put together, possibly. The one detriment was that door. That can't come off. I don't know what it is, but it's not coming off. It's like it's melted in there or something. It's indented. So that's the one door. But the other door, if I can find it quickly, mint condition. So lots of old doors and windows and blah, blah, blah. So it's on those. That's for the other thing, which we'll get into in a sec. So there's that. So we talked about the gray, we talked about the trans clear, we talked about all the fancy dancy pieces. The blue, again, more of those doors. Again, from my ute, the 2 utes. I think this is from the garage door set, because these things are all stacked together. So that's good. I'm gonna probably see if I can. I already made one of those, the garage, the mechanic shop. But we'll see if I make another one. But I've been pulling pieces for a specific set that I know is in here. And the kids are coming down, make lots of noise. Yep. So 2 things that caught my eye originally. There were boxes in this set, in this lot. The boxes included 2 boxes. Now, what's disappointing to me is that there is like next to 0 pieces in this lot for this box. Like I think there's a gray antenna. Like that's it. There's no gray dishes. There's no gray dishes. I think I mentioned I have 2x2 round and the white one on top here. But there's no black, 0 black. Like there's no the gray wheels, no gray wheel wells. Like literally none. Now the 2 white minifigs, sure. So there's that. And the box isn't ripped, but it is kind of beat up. So I'm putting it between 2 pieces, or whatever, and putting some weight on it, so hopefully it'll level it out. Just because, not that I care about boxes, but other people do. So I'm going to try to redeem this box. The other box, which before I get to the other box, 3 base plates. The fire station, easily. But it's got a broken corner in it, which is kind of sad. This guy, and I'm trying to figure out what this, you can still see the water, these things I washed. I'm trying to remember what this one was for. I don't think I built it. It's not the hospital. I'm not sure I'll figure it out. And then a 32 by 32, but again, with a broken corner on it. So that is what it is. But the other box I got, is this box. And this is exactly why I bought this lot. Again, I'm not into boxes. I don't care really overall about boxes. This is my youth. There's pictures of me with this set getting it for Christmas. So I am going to rebuild the plane, and I'll have the box for it, and I'm happy. So, but not only the boxes. So here's the instructions for the rocket launcher. Again, hardly any pieces, like 2% of the pieces are in this collection, which is fine. The other paperwork that I got, which I thought was fun, is the mail-in to the Lego Junior Designers Club. I remember getting these. I don't know which one this was. Again, so this one, mailed to Lego Junior Designers Club, P.O. Box 544, Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I've been there when they were making Lego. I mentioned it, and it's one of my most awesome Lego experiences I've ever had. That's getting the big tour of the Samsonite company over in Stratford making Lego. It's just like, and that was just like a year or two before they closed it and moved it to Buttonville or wherever they are now. So that was fun to see that. The other thing I got was this guy. And all the pieces I think are here for that, because again, we already saw that. So, although I think I'm missing the yellow piece. I didn't look for the 1x2 with holes on the side for the lifter, but I have plenty of those downstairs. But here's the instructions, and the instructions are a little beat up, which is kind of sad. They are ripped and torn a little tiny bit, but overall they're there, remarkably good condition. This is another one that was in the Samsonite. It's just one step for the vehicle. I will figure that out, but most of those pieces aren't here. So it doesn't matter. But even the instructions for the plane, this, I'm exuberantly happy. Sorry, it is what it is. And they're not ripped, but they are coming apart. There's seams on the folds. This is taking me back to being whatever 9-10 years old. So I am happy that I bought it. It's probably the one box I'm going to keep. And when I fully restore the set, I'm gonna try what I'm doing with the space box. I'm gonna do with this box, because this box is a little beat up, but it's not missing parts. It's just a little worn. It doesn't look like this end was ever opened. So I'm kind of sad that there's no price tag on this thing, but 115 pieces, Samsonite of Canada Limited, Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I got this set when I was 10 or 11. I have to look it up. If we were in the old house or not. But I am going to restore this set with the instructions and keep it. So that's what I got there. And then I have this little tiny, I don't know why I would even keep it. It's just a little tiny piece. I have no idea from what that's from. So there's one remaining thing, and I'm looking for the rest of it right now. It is, oh, there's over there. A battery box. No switch. It does have a cover, but there is no switch in here. There's supposed to be a switch in here. But it does have the pickups in the bottom. So it's that kind of battery box. And the box itself, there's no acid spills inside. It's really, really nicely done. But it's almost like the slot was never played with. That's what it seems like to me. It looks like the box was never played with. But the other sad part is that these window inserts, and there's a few more elsewhere for these type of windows. That's what happens for these windows here. Well, that's even an older logo, but it is what it is. And oh, right, so I'm going to talk about this really, really quickly because this is awesome. So I remember friends of this channel when I was refurbishing the little black race car from 1976 or whatever it was. I mentioned that I did not have any 1x2 original Technic bricks that look like this, that have little slots in the top and nothing in the bottom. The two are in this lot. Again, probably for these guys and this guy, right? So in the end, I got some, and I honestly should find them and send these ones back to the person who sent me the originals because I was very nice that they sent them to me. But in the end, oh, and this is before I wrap up. The other thing is it did come with the 2x4 plate with the the magnet holder, like these magnet holders. You can see these magnet holders. And normally when usually red or blue, again for the original train stuff, the last bunch I've found in used lots, there's no actual magnet in them, just like this one. So this one has no magnet in it. But then halfway through sorting, I found this one, and it does have a magnet in it, which is rare to me. I got a few that are complete, but overall, they're empty, because I guess the magnet falls out after a while. Lots of 2x, 1x, 3x2 windows, which is not rare, but it's less there than the other ones, because usually it's 1x4s and 1x2s. The 1x6 windows, most of them are missing the glass. There are a few with the glass in it, but not too many. The doors, most of the doors are broken. I found that a little bit odd. And then the white, I think I got a blue one too. The doors themselves, the whole thing is missing, or this part's missing. There are a few in here that I'm not going to dig for, but there are a few in here that are fully complete. Lots of these guys, because of course the fire station's in here. I was actually looking for 1x2 plates, because I was looking for the not circle, but the oblong thing that they got in the older ones. Most of these pieces, and lots of these motorcycle wheels, lots of them. So, spokes. I'm not gonna find it easy. The 1x2x3 door. It's another great red door. I'm gonna try refurbishing these things and go from there and see what happens. But in the end, a lot of these pieces have the older type logos on them. Those are gonna go into my, like, I won't say half, but just like these guys. Like, I can just keep on digging them up here. It is very nice. Oh yeah, I forgot this one thing. So if I can find it easily. Rubber for the train wheels. There's one, and there's the train wheel. So, but the rubber is so old and brittle, I don't feel like putting it on because I'm sure it'll break. That's what happens with the old rubber on the train wheels. Oh, there's a good one right there. That's rare. Sitting on top. So there's enough here for me to restore at least a few sets that I know are here. I am really not knowing about the classic space, because there's lots of these wing plates, and yet there doesn't seem to be, besides those two white classic space figs that are really, there's no air tanks, there's no legs, there's like literally nothing, but whatever. But a lot of these pieces I think are just going to be rolled right into the collection, because having more plates and nice plates and good looking plates and 4x4 plates. But what I do plan on doing is at least the plane and the fire station. I may do the police station, because I happen to have lots of parts that say police on it, like lots of unbelievably many parts that say police on it. I may refurbish the police station as well. The helicopter and the ambulance, I am debating on, because I always found those sets to just be blocky and they don't look great for me. But we'll see what happens. So this was a fantastic lot. It wasn't a lot of money, and it was down the street, which again, those are the three things that I really appreciate. In town, down, again, another 2x2 without groove on the side. I like that. It's just easier for me. There have been some nice lots farther out that have a lot more classic space in it, and the only thing that's really classic space, besides, I mean, there, as I say, the guns, the 1x1 modified plates, blah blah, but there's no subs in the wing plates, but there's nothing that even remotely looks complete, which is a little bit sad. But the box and the instructions, sign me up. When I got there, so here's the story. Go off on a tangent before I clean this up. I went there to pick it up. I was, the night before, I was just going to bed and I saw it on Facebook. And I texted the guy immediately and I said, "Hey, I'm interested." And he goes, "Oh," and he said, "Can you be here tomorrow?" I said, "Absolutely, after work." By the time the next day, tomorrow, or yesterday, but the next day I was picking it up, I was texting him saying, "I'm on my way." He goes, "Oh, good, because I've had 6 other people that have been contacting me about this lot." And I said, "Well, I'm, if you want to sell it to somebody else." He said, "No, you contact me first. Just, make sure you get here today." So I drove over after work, and when I picked it up, he was telling me that somebody was really interested in the lot, and basically he said, "I'll just buy the box." This box. not the plain box. Nobody cares about the plain box besides me. He wanted to buy this box for just by itself for $20. No, I don't know what the box is going for right now. I have little to no idea what this box is going for right now. And I get that people want the box. I get it. I don't want the box. I did not buy this lot for the box. Although, again, to be contradictory, but overall, I did not buy this lot for the. If it was just a plain box, no, I wouldn't have bought it. I saw the pieces. I saw these pieces, and I saw how good condition looked, and everything looked good. Very, very few broken pieces, and very, very few other things. Like not even a handful of other parts. Excuse me. There was some mega block in here, not too much, like 5 or 6 pieces, and some other things that just went straight to the trash. But the 99.99%, it's been Lego, and it's been overall fantastic Lego, like really, really good condition Lego, like Lego you would be able to give to your friends, and refurbish sets with. And so that's, I mean, they're not perfect. I had to take a scrub brush to some, and I think I just noticed another piece I have to take a scrub brush to. It's looking a little filthy, but again, see, I keep on saying this, like, but there's nothing to warrant this piece to be in here, except there's supposed to be classic space in here. I found 2 1x1 trans yellow plates, but those are probably for the tow truck. And there was 1 trans red 1x1 round brick, and there was 1 trans green somewhere in here. I put it aside because I didn't want to lose it, and here me lost it. There's 1 trans green, original trans green 1x1 plate, which I cannot find right now, but it's here somewhere. So that's it. That's it in its entirety. There's 1 trans green 1x1 plate. There's no gray wheel sets. There's no gray fenders. There's 1 gray wing plate. There's some gray thrusters, and as I say, there's a bunch of there's 1. So there's 1. And so there's more 1. So there's at least 2 or 3. There's weight. There's lots of weight. There's 2 or 3 of those, but that was ubiquitous back then. There's 4 of these. Again, I thought it's Galaxy Commander, but that's it. And the white antennas. No, that's it. I don't have any more. Well, there's one of the Milky White antennas, so I'll be able to glue that hopefully back there. But lots of no arms, no legs minifig parts. So, but it has this, which is bothering me because, like, then what else could there be? But again, another one of those. Oh, I do have some visors, which I found to be very, very odd. There's visors in here, but there's nothing newer than Classic Space, and Classic Space did not have visors at all. So, and there's no town sets or city sets or anything in here besides the tow truck that would warrant visors. So I found, and there's no helmets that warrants visors. So that's a bit of a question. Some very, very faded printed bricks. So in the end, I'm going to refurbish what I can. I mentioned the cannon. Got a cannon. Does it shoot? Nope, not shooting cannon. I do appreciate, this is also a very, very faded something. Oh, and then the minifig hair. What's her name? Sally? I can't remember her name, but there's that. But literally lots of these guys, like half a dozen or a dozen of those guys. So anyway, I'm going to play with it. I'm going to definitely do the plane, and I'm probably going to do the fire station because I do have the arches and most of the roof plates and stuff. So, roof plates and stuff. So I should be able to refurbish this the fire station pretty easy and the plane. I did pull parts for the plane already, and the plane bought the parts, but it only has one of these, so I'm gonna have to get one from my collection already. The slope bricks are like 3/4 in here, but I have to get some more from the collection, my collection. But I don't mind doing that because I'm gonna refurbish plane. So that's it. That's all. I hope everybody out there is doing well. I'm always good. So I hope you guys are too. So I will talk to you guys soon. Take care. Stay safe. Long to prosper. And see ya.